Hey everyone, welcome back to VBA to Z. In this video, we're gonna look at the VBA CDO method of sending email. So basically, what you need to know is that using VBA, you can send email using any of the servers like Gmail account or your Yahoo or like the Hotmail.com, for instance. So if you have any of these emails, you can use this account to send email using VBA. You don't need to use your Outlook if you're sitting at home, for instance. But if you're at work, I think the Outlook way of doing is more easy to set it up, and you have more flexibility. The only thing is that you'll get additional pop-up when you have to write some of the code to send email from your Outlook. All right, so I'm just doing this video because it can be a little bit tricky sometimes to set this up. I've put in all the required links that you need to do a reference, but it's a very simple process. It's just that if you are not familiar with certain settings, you might get lost, and then you wouldn't be able to send an email. So what we're trying to achieve today is like I just did a test of sending an email to myself, um, and here is my hello HTML, and then this is what could send an email using VBA, for example. So let's quickly go ahead and do this. So I've put in these functions together. The first thing that you need to do here is to create a reference to the CDO, which is collaboration of data objects. So go to your tools and references, and then you have to do a reference to Microsoft CDO for Windows 2000 library. So if you when you go here, you will not find it on the top for you because I've already referenced this, so I won't be able to do it again. But all these references are sorted alphabetically, so you can just press M and then find for CDO, and then once you find it, you just check the box and just click on OK. All right, so the function is already set up. So basically first thing I'll quickly talk about the things that like the prerequisites, like the settings you need to do in order to be able to use this code. So first thing is the reference that you need to do here. Okay, and then if you run into errors, then I think you can also try to register the .dll file that actually I have put in the reference for the actual DLL file that the VBA is going to use to send this code. So you can try registering the file using this method, but in most of the cases, 99% of the cases, you will not have to do this. Okay, but if you have to do this, I've put in the process how to register the file. It's a pretty simple process. Okay, now the third thing is like in this example, we're gonna try it out with Gmail. I've tried with Yahoo as well as with live.com, which is Microsoft Outlook. But today we're gonna try with Gmail so that we have more time to play around with the HTML, and then we also have some time to send the text string as email. Okay, so first I'm gonna go to my Gmail account again, and then I'm gonna go to settings, and then if you go to your settings, you go to forward and pop/IMAP. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll get the configuration instructions. So configure your email client, example Outlook, Thunderbird, iPhone. Just click on it. So basically what I'm trying to show you here is the incoming and the outgoing servers that you can use. So this is the servers that we're gonna utilize in our code. So it has the port, it has all the settings that you need to put in as an argument in this thing. I've already set this up, but I'm just showing you this so that you know where I'm getting this from. Okay, so basically we're setting up a new CDO message after we create a reference. Otherwise this particular syntax will not be recognized by the VBA code, so we have to create the reference to that module so that we can use this method. And then with with this mail configuration fields, we're putting like we have all this is the part of the string that we're using, and then this particular constant str that I've set it up here. Let me just print this out for you. So this is the one. So if I try to concatenate both of this, you'll have a sense how I just don't want to rewrite the whole of this string again and again. It makes the code pretty lengthy, so I'm just concatenating them. So I'm passing the SSL and then authentication methods. So here is SMPT authenticate is true, and then I pass in a few of the accounts here like Gmail, Yahoo, and then Microsoft. So I have already set this up, but if you want like more email accounts like Rediff or additional mail servers, you can list it here, and you can use them. The setting is gonna be same. The only thing is this particular server name is gonna be different for different account. Okay, so we have the server, we have and then the timeout that we want to give on how long you want to get this connection going on, if it's not able to connect. And then we have SMPT use SSL, and then you have server. So all this configuration you just put in this manner. So the email account, this is where you put in your full email account, but I've created a variable. So I'm passing, for example, this mail ID, and then password. So what I'm trying to do is like I'm writing some additional code to test run this function. So this code is going to send that information here. So this is where your email and the password is going to be there, and then it updates the CDO email configuration, and then with that settings it's gonna send a new email with the subject account it's sending from, and then it's sending to this email ID, CC to this email ID, and BCC to this email ID. And then if you're using the HTML way of doing this, which I'll introduce to you in a little bit of time, and then if you're sending a plain text, and then we're sending using send, okay, and then we're clearing out the memory. That's all. So just before we try and test this code, once you go to this, there's one more settings that you need to do. If you go to your Gmail account, and then there's you click on your for example, I go to my google.com, and then you go to your email account, you click on manage account. When you click on manage account, you'll come across sign in and security. So if you scroll all the way down, you'll find allow less secure apps. So you have to turn this on, because Gmail is not gonna know that you want to use the CDO or Exchange server to send email from other of your applications that you'll be creating. Okay, so ensure that you turn this on. And then the other thing, like I've said, do not forget to reference this to the CDO. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much two things that you need to keep in mind. And of course I've already set up all the server names and the port and everything, but you can try that out yourself. Okay, so first thing first, we're gonna try to send an email using this function. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy this function, and then I'll create a new subroutine here, subtest test this function, and then I'll say call, or yeah, you can call this function, and we can say that we can pass in the account. For example, this is gonna be mail ID. Okay, so mail ID is here. This is the email ID I'm gonna use right now for testing it. And so I'm just putting my variables, and then email account type is gonna be Gmail. So if you scroll down here, you'll see like you can pass Gmail, Yahoo, or MS. So if you want more account, you're gonna list them here, else if and all. So you can try that out. So for now I'm gonna use Gmail. And the next is you need to put in the password. So I'll just put pass. um, I've declared a password in the another module called password. So here I put in like pass equal to, I've hidden my password there. So you can try in that manner as well. You can or you can straight away put in your password like in a quotation password and then something like this. Okay, so pass, and then I'm gonna send this email to the same email ID I'm sending from. And then so in order to do this, you don't have to sign into your Gmail account. You can directly the code is gonna do all the sign in and sending the email using the CDO. So it's not gonna load your Google Chrome and or Explorer and send the email. It's gonna do it all from the from the backend. And then this is the mail ID I want to send. So if you look at the syntax, this is like the password, pass account as string, and then this is the email ID I want to send to, and then the subject, this is test email from VBA CDO. And then so this is the email message that I want to send. So right now, if you have to send multiple line of text or reference to range, you can do that. But for now, we're just gonna just test this out. So I'm just gonna say this is text for email body, and then I'll say that send email using HTML. No, this is gonna be false. And then CC, I'm not gonna CC anyone. And then BCC. So if you have them, you can put them. Whenever you see an argument with the square bracket here, it means it's optional, so you don't have to pass them if you don't want to, if you don't need to. Okay, so let's try and send this email and see. Like I've said, these are variables that I've already put in here. So when you're setting up your thing, I'm gonna send you the exact workbook, so you can fill up your email ID and then the password, so it should work for you. Okay, so I'm gonna try and send this email now. I'm going to go to my mail account, and then so I'm expecting the email to show up there once I run this. So I'm gonna run this. This code is gonna send email to this mail ID using the password, and then this is gonna be the message. So let me run it. So I'm gonna come back here. I think there was an error. Just give me a second. At least one from sender. Okay, I think we did not put the mail ID for the sender. Just give me a second. So this is the account type. Okay, sorry. So first is the Gmail. We're gonna put account type, and then the mail ID, and then the password, mail ID, password, and then we're gonna send this to, and then this is the email subject, and then email message. All right, I think this should work now. So it's running. Just give it a while. So this is not restricted to any mail account. Like I've said, you can use this. The best thing is it does not ask you anything. It will directly send an email, so you can send this to like 1,000 users. It shouldn't be a problem. So you see that this is the test mail from VBA CDO, and this is the text of the email body. Okay, so this is as simple as this. You can use this code that I put in together, and you can try to send email. So I put in like the test that the subroutine I've tried earlier. So this is for the Yahoo. I've tried it. It's pretty much the same. It's just that you're sending from different password and then different email ID. Okay, so please feel free to try it out and reach out to me if you have any questions. Don't forget to do the settings that I've talked to you about, and try sending the email in a simple text first. Okay, so along with this code, I have put in the file object method, where you can get VBA to read certain the code source from your file. So for example, earlier I showed you how to send an email for this particular source. So you can use VBA or you can manually, for example. So how I did was I just selected this whole range, and then I save as this particular workbook into HTML file, for example. So I went here and select web page HTML, and I said like this is, no, I'll just call this email template. Okay, and then I don't want to publish the entire workbook because that will become too big for the email body. So I'll just publish this particular range that I've selected, and I'll click on save, and then I'll click on publish. So this is how my email is gonna look like. So it's published. So publish basically means it's saved here. So this is the file I want to use as my email. So I can go to properties, and then I can copy the whole path here, and then I can go back here and put this path. I can change this path to this. Okay, so let's just remove this to remove confusion. I've put in a reference of the file as well, so you can read it through. So basically we're gonna try out sending the email, the same email, but this time with the HTML code. So if I send this same email, but I'll call this, for example, HTML, and then here instead of false, earlier we said this we're sending email using HTML. Earlier it was false, we want to make it true for now. And then instead of this is the text for email body, we're gonna say we're gonna take that the name of the function from there. Okay, so I'll just say this is my HTML range, and then what this code is gonna do is gonna set up the object, open up this file here, and then it's gonna read all of them, and then it's gonna do a replace for some of the strings which are more gonna align better for the web page or HTML format, and then it's gonna just show up in the email. So I'm gonna copy this range. I'm gonna copy this, and instead of the mail body, which is this is the text for email body, we're gonna put our HTML range. So I'm gonna paste it here. So this is the HTML range body that I'm gonna send. So the rest of the thing remains the same. If you want to change the subject, you can say this is second email, and then we can say .html just for trying it out. And then I'm gonna send this email now. So if I debug this, what is gonna happen is if I run this code, I'm pressing F8, so it's going there reading all the file. It doesn't even open, it just reads the file, it's just take care of the string. So if I try to print this out for you, I'll show you how it looks like. So this is what is gonna read for us. Okay, so the same thing you can try it out by yourself in a text file. If I open this, you'll see that these are all the HTML code that is in the backend. So this is the easiest way of setting it up. If you have to write your own HTML and then put in pictures and images and all the font styling and all this, it becomes pretty complicated. So you can use this easy method I'm showing you right now to set it up. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to debug step by step, and then it's passing all these arguments here into this email, the function that we've written. So setting up and then putting all these settings, applying them, passing your password and the email, updating them here, and then it will start to send the email. So if you set this to yes, it's gonna put in the message that you're passing from your HTML file, and then it's sent. It's sending it now, and then it's done. So it says email sent to this. Okay, so let's go back to my mail account, and you see there's one email here. So this is second email.html. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So you can do it from the Word file as well. So there's one that I've tried from the Word, and it must be there somewhere. Just give me a moment. So I think I put it in my documents .html. This is the one. So it's gonna go back to my folder. So this is the email that I created, the email format, for example, and then I just put in some text, and this is originally done using my one of the Word file. So this is the Word file. So like the same way I published the Excel range into HTML, I did the same thing for the Word. First I wrote all this down, and then I save as, went to file, and then save as, and then I save as web page HTML, and then I put this name. Okay, so let me just do it with a different name, HTML from Word, and then I'm just gonna browse this toward HTML from Word, and then I'm gonna say web page, and I'll save this here. So this is saved. If I go back to that folder and then try to open this in text, HTML from Word, so you'll see there are all the HTML codes behind that. So let's try to send this using this template. I'll copy the whole path. So I'll go back to HTML converter that we have written, and then I'll change this path here to send to take the source, the HTML codes from here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here and run this code once again. Let's run this. It's running, and then it's done. So let's go back, and then there's one more email. This is the third one, but it still says that. So this is the email that we have written, and this is taking a little bit of time to print the image for us. Sometimes it doesn't download due to, I don't know, some internet. Anyways, this is the one that we have done it from there. Actually, the source file that you need to send email to, I think it's not updated. Let me just change this to test HTML, and let's try to send this again. This is Ford. I'm running it, and then I'm gonna go and see if the picture is printed. Yeah, so what I did with that one was instead of after I publish it out, I put the image link, the link to the image. This is the site that I just googled and put in the image from. So I changed the reference because some of the HTML codes gets broken when you have to reference the image. So I hope you found this very informative, and you can try it out. In my other video, I'm gonna show you how you can use your Outlook in order to send email, but this one does not, you don't have to use Outlook, and moreover, this code is not specific to Excel. You can just put in this code in your MS Access database. You can put this in your Word document, even in your Outlook, and you can try and run this. So I hope it works out for you, and I hope this help you in your email automation that might come up in uh, at work. So give a thumbs up for this video, and please subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, and then I'll talk to you soon again. Bye bye.